So what up, Cam?
What up, Jaysuavemusic? How's it going?
It's going good, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I know you're doing a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? You've been producing a lot of records, working with a lot of people, man. Can you name a little bit of what you've been doing?
So I got a project coming up with Doughboy. It's coming up soon, and my boy Bobby Love. Shout out Bobby Love, from Compton, California. That's Chris's homie, Chris Brown.
Okay, now, for the people who don't know, where are you out of?
I'm based out of Akron, Ohio. Putting on for the city. Shout out to the 330. You know what I'm saying?
What's it like growing up in Akron, Ohio?
Shit, it's rough out there, man. Shit is crazy out there. It's rough. It was a rough experience for me, but it was also a good experience because I learned a lot. I've also lost a lot, but I've gained a lot as well, and I'm here to tell the story.
Okay, can you give me some examples of stuff you went through growing up in Akron?
Shit, just losing homies, getting locked up, losing friends. They dying or going to jail. Like shit not sweet out there for real.
How old were you when you lost your first friend?
I was like, say 14, 14 when I lost my first friend. His name was Ahmed. Yeah, he used to be around the block, and some shit that went down, and he got killed, got shot, and shit. Shit's crazy.
At 14 years old, how did that affect you?
Shit, like me losing. He ain't the only homie that I didn't lost. I didn't lost R.P. DeAndre. I lost my friend DeAndre. I lost my cousin Trevor. R.P. Trevor. Shit, I mean, really, it's just it comes with it. So when you start to lose people, you start to realize like you gotta move different. You gotta move smarter and shit. You know.
Well, you learned this at an early age. Now, I mean, people don't really think of Akron as like this, hood type city. When we think of Akron, we always think of Lebron.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So Akron for real. I mean, yeah. You think of LeBron James. Steph Curry was also born in Akron. So shit, you got me. I'm Akron. I'm representing my city. I'm the biggest artist from Akron right now. And Pacino was a big artist. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he was a big artist as well. But shout out to my city though for sure.
Okay, now, what kind of influence or what was it like, being that LeBron is such this big person and talent in Akron, and they never really had any talent like that come out of Akron, what was that like growing up? I mean, did you ever meet him? Did you ever know about him, or like what was that like?
Shit, being from Akron and having LeBron, like I used to live right down the street from his high school, like St. Vincent St. Mary. Shout out to the people that are from there. We cool down Crosby Street. Shout out to them niggas. But yeah, it was cool, bro. Cause like when he was in high school, I was like probably 3 or 4 years old. So I really didn't get to see him in high school. But in the pros, yeah, I seen one Cavaliers game. But he does a lot of shit for the community, and he got his own museum out there and shit. Shit's cool for real. Like shout out to LeBron for sure.
Does he ever go back there? Do you ever hear about him? Like, oh, LeBron's gonna be in town.
Nah, uh, nah, we don't. I don't really hear from him coming back to the city. I mean, like if he does, it's low key. It's like real low key. So, nah, I ain't never heard of no shit like that.
Okay, now, what was high school like for you?
High school for me, it was cool. I had a couple friends. Shit. High school was cool for real. Um, as much as I could remember, cause I was a dummy. Like I used to skip class and smoke weed and shit. Do a lot of dumbass shit, man.
All right. I mean, is there any experiences you could share
Shit.
from high school?
Cra- the crazy experience from high school probably like I say, man, This one time, my baby mom had got into it with some nigga, and I had left the school to go fight the dude and everything. His ass locked up for murder right now. This dumbass, but yeah, I had some crazy. I was fucking hoes in the school and shit, doing all kind of crazy shit, man.
Okay, did you graduate?
Yeah, I graduated. I graduated in 17. I had to graduate from an alternative school though, cause they had kicked me out. I was wild, nigga.
What'd you get kicked out for?
Just fighting, doing dumb shit, skipping class, just smoking weed with my homies and shit. You know,
Okay, now you graduate from a different school, and do you get a job? Like, what are you doing with yourself at the time?
shit. When I had first graduated, I ain't gonna lie, I started hanging out in the streets more and doing shit in the streets more. Shit, from the time I graduated, I ain't gonna lie, like that same year I got locked up. I was really just doing a lot of dumbass shit, you know.
Okay, so you get what do you get locked up for?
Shit, I had a domestic, I got locked up from domestics to uh, concealed carry, from having a gun on me, from shit, all type of shit, identity fraud, all type of shit.
Now, were you already producing, or were you just still in the streets at the time?
Nah, I wasn't producing or nothing. I was in the streets a lot doing dumbass shit. You know what I'm saying? So nah, I wasn't really like too involved in the music yet. So I started writing at like shit as probably middle school. I started writing songs and doing shit of that nature for real.
Are you rapping too, or are you just writing songs?
Nah, I was rapping too, man. I was doing my thing. I was rapping. I had a little rap name, Jaysuavemusic. A nigga had a name K Swab. That nigga took my name and shit. He from the falls and shit. He from out that way too. But that nigga took my name. But I started the J Swab shit. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else followed after. You know.
Okay, so you come up with your name, you're starting to rap. You know what's going on? Are you getting a little buzz around the city? Like, what's going on with that?
So shit. Yeah, I ended up getting a buzz. I for real, I got my buzz from just linking up with my nigga Bobby Love. Shit, we had linked up. He was like, "Yo, I got these artists you could write for." It was Sway Lee and Jeremiah. So he linked me up with that. We did our shit, whatever. Sent that shit back, and it was cool for real. So after that, I started to get a little buzz going. From the songwriting. Bobby put me under his wing as a mentor and as a big brother to me and shit, and we really went from there. But yeah, it started from there. You know,
Now, when was the first time some of your music or stuff that you written actually got picked up by some mainstream artists?
shit, my music. The first person to really like notice me for real, bro, that was mainstream, was I ain't gonna lie, probably Black China for real. When I met her, I met Black China when I was in Atlantic City. She probably was the first person to really notice my shit. Was like, yo, keep going. Your shit hot. We took a couple pictures. We partied. We had fun. She a cool ass person. She down to earth. You know.
Now, Black China notices you. I mean, do you do any writing for her?
Nah, I ain't do no writing. No writing, if you know what I mean. But nah, I ain't do no writing. Or
Okay, so when is the first time you do some writing for somebody big?
I ain't gonna lie, writing for a major artist, like that shit just came about with Bobby and shit, cause that's what he does, and he put me under that wing. So that shit had just happened, like this year. We had linked up
Oh, okay.
and started doing the writing thing. Well, he's been doing it. He's written for Chris Brown and Marion, and he's OHB for real. He's OHB. So I just follow follow suit. He put me on to the game. So shit, That's love.
All right, so I guess there was a situation with Skinny from the Nine that you had.
Man, yeah, hell yeah, bro. So for real, I met Skinny through a nigga named Josh from YNC. We had linked up in Atlantic City to perform for celebrity boxing. So man, the homie like he like, yeah, that's Skinny from the Nine, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's my homie, you know. He introduced us, and then the next day, day of the performance, we performed and shit. Like, he cool. Shout out to Skinny from the Nine. He got that liquor in his system, started acting crazy, acting wild, shit. So it was me, Skinny, Josh, and a couple other motherfuckers that we was with. We was backstage, and I don't know who the dude was. He was probably security or what. Was like touching on him and shit, talking about, yeah, you can't be back here, like grabbing him and shit. And then Skinny like, hold the fuck up, like they basically wrestling shit. So I come up in that bitch. I'm like, hold on. So I got moved him out the way. Me and dude started tussling. Skinny jumped in, so we tussling with the nigga, and then more security came and broke that shit up for real. And after that shit that happened, I don't know how they said he got his chain snatched and shit. Cause he had stormed off. We had seen him after that little incident, we had seen him storming off. And some dude was like, yeah, Skinny got his chain snatched and shit. Dude, like, cause like his shit was ripped. Skinny shit was ripped. Like his shirt was ripped off and all that shit. They like, yeah, he got his chain snatched and shit. So we was trying to figure out what the fuck really happened to that shit. Like, damn, like did bro get his chain snatched? But that's what I heard, you know.
What were you thinking when this happened?
Shit, bro, for real. I'm like, damn, man. Like, if I was there, that shit wouldn't have happened. We would have been in that bitch working with them niggas, but I wasn't there. I went and left. I left up out the casino around that time. I'm thinking if I was there, that shit wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? Because my boy, that was my boy at the time. You know, Josh from once. So I'm like, if you introduce me as your people, and your people automatically my people. So shit, we all throwing down. If he got to throw down, we all throwing down. So yeah, bro, I felt like that shit wouldn't have happened if I was there.
I guess at one point you meet Doughboy.
Yeah, that's my nigga, man. Shout out Doughboy. Yeah. Shit. So I did a DJ Smalls interview for real. DJ Smalls, as you know, he's a big time interviewer and shit. So I do that. But here's the thing, the friction and shit. Like I had said, Akron niggas just better than Cleveland niggas. I said you'll see a Cleveland nigga rocking True Religion, and then an Akron nigga will be rocking, some Gucci Louis shit. And that shit had went viral, and he caught heed to that, and he posted on the story. He's like, "Hey, bro, crazy as shit." And then I'm like, nah. So I add him back on my story and shit. And then that's how that shit had came about. We started communicating like, hey man, like, I fuck with your shit. And he's like, yo, we could really do something. Let's work. So I said, bet, bro. So, we tapped in. Shout out Doughboy, man. Real nigga. So this is what I like to say about, the cities in Ohio. You got Akron. You got Cleveland. Like, we up there. Cleveland, Akron, we up there. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with Cleveland. Shout out to the 216, but we up there. And then it's like with the dress code, you got Cincinnati, who's at the bottom of the food chain. They all the way at the bottom. And then you got Columbus, which is in the middle. Akron and Cleveland, we up there. We rocking all the nice shit. Cincinnati and Columbus, they don't be rocking the nice shit. They be rocking like Rockaware still. They still wear like what's that G Unit brand that 50 Cent had like years ago? Like I forget what that shit's called. But they still rocking that old shit, man. We in tune, man. Shout out to 330 and 216. Also shout out O Chips and Forum 216, man, to my niggas.
Well, when you're writing, what are like some of your essentials that you need to kind of get everything flowing?
Shit. For real, I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck, bro. Like I my penmanship just started to flow with Bobby. So like he'll throw me ideas and shit to write about. He's really the mastermind. He's the Dr. Dre, the Scott Scorch. He's the Scott Scorch of everything. I'm just I agree with everything, type shit. So my pen, I'd rather freestyle off the dome than to really write some shit. But he's really the mastermind behind everything.
Okay, so what made you quit rapping and just want to write and produce?
Well, I still do my thing as a rapper, as an artist. I thought writing for major artists would probably get my name out there more. Because I ain't gonna lie, as an artist, it's only so far you can get if you don't know the game. I had to be taught the game to start elevating, in life and elevating as an artist. So for real, bro, like I still do it, but I also songwrite here and there for a major artist. You know.
Now, working with, all these people and being in the game, what are kind of some lessons you've learned? Like if somebody was coming up right now and you could teach them like one thing about the game that would save them like a lot of time and energy and help them progress even faster, what would you tell them?
Shit, bro. I tell them stay true to yourself for real. If you coming up too, always have a team and a management team that can handle shit for you, like handle your bookings and your interviews type shit, and really just always deal with management. Never deal with the artist directly. Always deal with their management, and never communicate through an app. Always communicate through email or number. That's how people get got. So just be. You got to be careful, man. Yeah, you just got to be careful.
What's your thoughts on the whole Diddy situation?
Bro, that shit crazy, bro. I seen that shit. I'm like, but I heard dude was like freaky like that. They was having like Lil J shit. Like, oh, I call that nigga King. Well, Lil J shit. Like they be on some the little freaky shit, the gay shit. So it's like I been knew about that shit, but really I was like, who gives a fuck? Dudes throwing sex parties and shit, but I guess he was motherfucking pimping them hoes and shit, like just doing crazy ass shit. So for real, bro, like that shit, it don't surprise me because I heard about it, but it's also like, damn, nigga, what the fuck's wrong with you? But I also think it's deeper than what we really know because the nigga been getting away with the shit for so long. Now all of a sudden, like, it's a thing now, bro. Like, come on, man. He didn't piss somebody off that's higher up, and that they was like, shit, man, we about to nail this nigga to the wall.
So you think that he messed with the wrong person and they kind of brought all this about?
Hell yeah, he did. You gotta think, that J Lo, Leonardo DiCaprio, like all them niggas was going to his freak offs, and yeah, and they was getting a freak off, So it's like, it just to me, bro, it just don't seem right. Like he had all these motherfuckers. If he's going down, everybody else should go down. That's how I feel. Like he shouldn't be the only motherfucker really like going down. Everybody else should. So what's the problem now? It just don't sit right with me. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I believe there'll be some more people arrested. I mean, they just haven't got there yet. I mean, it's kind of weird he's being charged with a RICO and he's the only person that's been arrested.
that's what I've been saying. I've been telling everybody that, bro. I'm like, that shit don't make no sense. How is he the only motherfucker getting arrested for this shit? And all these people, all these celebrities, man, was at his party, and now everybody want to distance themselves. Everybody quiet. Everybody quiet now. You don't see nobody really talking about that shit for real. Everybody that was at his parties are quiet. That shit's weird to me, bro. And like the shit with Justin Bieber, bro, like that shit, Usher and shit. Like Usher should have never had that little boy at them parties, bro. He a little white boy from Canada, man. Why you got that nigga around Diddy? You know what the fuck be going on? That's fucked up. Usher fucked up. Hell no.
Damn. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. They're saying that he was lacing the baby oil.
What? Wait, that shit crazy as fuck. Hey, what did he lace them with? What was they saying?
I forget what it was called, but some sort of date rape drug.
Damn, bro. This shit not even funny, my bad. But what the fuck is he got going on, man? That freaky ass shit. Hell no.
Yeah, they're saying that's why because nobody can figure out why he took the baby oil. Like, why did the feds give a fuck about baby oil? Nobody can figure it out. But then I guess it's coming out that he had some shit in the baby oil.
Wow. Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. I didn't know that, bro. That shit you got like, but how is that motherfucker like you wiping baby oil on you? So like, what the fuck? Like, what? You just getting high off the baby oil rubbing on your skin or something? Like, what?
Why? I mean, it's probably got something in it that makes you drowsy or makes you like happy or something.
Hell yeah. Did you see that shit with him and French Montana, man?
No, no. What happened with French Montana?
Bro, them niggas was getting a freak on. Them niggas was really like, he was fucking French Montana, bro. Like, that shit. If you watch that Ellen interview, bro, like, him and French Montana, like, he was touching near his dick and shit, like, and doing a lot of weird shit. And it's like, bro, like, he was fucking French Montana, bro. French Montana, like, you come out the closet, because we all know your secret. Shit. Yeah.
I never seen it. Dang, I gotta have to check it out now.
Yeah, you gotta check that shit out, bro. That shit was wild. Hell no.
Yeah, Diddy has a couple suspect moments. I remember that time where he's calling Fabulous Daddy, calling Meek Mill Daddy.
That was the drink champs. I seen that shit. He was like, he was calling me,
When we gonna party?
let's
Yeah.
party. That nigga wild, bro. Hell no. He was like, let's party. He was like, we do party. We do. He was like, no, we haven't partied. Like, what you try, like, what, bro? What's wrong with you, bro? Hell no. Something wrong with that.
Them drugs will mess you up.
Yeah, oh yeah. Them drugs, man. That'll definitely fuck you up for sure. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're saying he was doing a lot of drugs, a lot of ecstasy, a lot of pills.
I ain't gonna lie, like if you in that type of environment to have fun, like you gotta adapt. So it's like if you had a Diddy party, like shit, them motherfuckers probably was taking Molly, ecstasy and shit to turn up. Like shit, I tried Molly one time and that was good. I was good after that. I was good. And it was like at me and my bitch, we was having a threesome and shit, and I had to adapt to the shit because I couldn't get my shit up because I'm like shit. I was excited. I'm like shit. Hey, it's about to, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't even. I'm like damn. They like try this, like drink it. I'm like shit. All right. So I drunk that shit, bro. That shit made me feel like that was probably the best feeling, bro, I ever had. That's why I'm like, I could only try this shit one time. After that, bro, I'm cool. Like, hell no. Shout out to the 330, bro. For real. Nah, shit. I niggas be talking about Chris Brown. I ain't gonna say the nigga name, but it's like niggas be talking about Chris Brown and throwing negative shit on his name. Like he ain't take care of niggas' family before. Like he ain't take care of niggas. Like he ain't put niggas on, put money in niggas' pockets and shit. So that whole dissing Chris Brown shit is lame to me, nigga. Cause that nigga really put you on, put some money in your pocket, bro. Put respect on his name for real. But yeah, shout out
Okay.
OHB too, man. Shout out to the real nigga. Shout out my nigga Bobby, man. That's my big brother. Shout out Bobby. Shout out Chris Brown too.
What all do you have coming up?
Shit, I got a song with my nigga Doughboy, man. That shit, me and Bobby and Doughboy, that shit about to go wild. Me and Bobby got some projects coming out, man. Y'all niggas need to stay tuned to that. Shit, I got the whole everything going up, bro. Everything going up. My shit had hit, I think, over 10K views in like probably 12 hours, bro. So shit really going up, you know what I'm saying? As an Akron artist, bro, I'm the first to really do this shit, and I'm a put on for the city. I'm gonna put other niggas on too, bro. So I ain't finna be selfish and shit. Shout out to the block too, man. Shout out Oakdale, man. Shout out my Oakdale niggas, man. James, Rashad. Shout out to my niggas, for real.
All right, that's what it is, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, my dog. Thank you for the interview.
Yeah, no problem.
Yup.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.